Hey, what's happening, everybody? It's Damron. We've been playing the Crash Bandicoot N Sane Trilogy. We're on Crash Bandicoot 2, making our way, getting all the platinum relics, all the gems and everything to help you get 100% and all the achievements in this game. So we are on mission 18 in Crash Bandicoot 2, Cold Hard Crash. I think this is a pretty tough mission to get the platinum relic on, but you can see a huge difference between the 1 minute 35.99 second mark and the 2 minute and 6.07 second mark of the gold relic. So for all the achievements, you only need to get gold. So if you're struggling with this one, gold may be the way to go, but as always, I will show you a platinum run here and we'll break it down. Alright, so there we go. We clocked in on this run at 1 minute 33.54 seconds, so that's pretty close to the platinum time. It's a little slower, obviously, than my fastest time, 1 minute and 29.32. I've been having a lot of trouble actually with the Xbox recently and recording. I'm losing a lot of recording, so I lost the recording of my fastest run, but nonetheless, you'll see areas that I could have cleaned it up where on my best run I hadn't, and right here's one of them. Ideally, you just want to come up and immediately jump onto that 1 second box and then just use that to keep jumping up to the boxes all the way. Now, all 4 of those boxes are pretty critical, and that's a pretty tricky spot. You're going to want to get, practice that a lot. The initial section of this mission is tough, but practice, jumping on those boxes and getting all 4 of those without having to fall down. After that, we're going to take this elevator up. You want to kind of just be quick right here. We're going to slide under to those dropping icicles. We need to slide underneath these ones as well. And then we're going to jump off the seal here to the first box, which when you press A should give you enough height to spin into the 2 and 3 second box. Just run into the TNT, let those ices come down here. Right here, if you do a slide spin jump, okay, you should be able to jump all the way up here. Again, ideally, you're going to keep that second mask, because if you get 3 masks at the end, you can really blast through the last part of this level with the invincibility. But again, that spin jump is, slide, jump, and immediately press spin, and you should get the height necessary to make that jump. Here, you only need to just hit that TNT. It will blow up and take out that 1 second box for you. You'll see it stop here. So now that 1 second box was taken out. Here, we're just going to slide and spin into this porcupine, slide, spin through these. You should blow up all those boxes. Be really careful with that penguin right there. You need to spin pretty quickly before he starts spinning. He'll start spinning kind of once he gets close to the edge over there. So we're going to make our way through. This part here is pretty straightforward. We're just going to slide. Take your time jumping over these nitro boxes. Ideally, you don't lose the mask that I did, right? So ideally, you have 2 masks right here, and if you can save them all the way to the final mask that you get, and then there's another place I got held up, so you saw that. But ideally, if you can make it to here with 2 masks, and when you drop down you get this 3rd one, then you can just run through this last section with really no holds barred. But for this particular run, I lost it when I did that jump up to that penguin and I took a hit. But if you don't, when you pick up this one, you'll be invincible, and you can literally just slide jump through, through this section. You won't even have to take a little bit of slight right here. Like if I had invincibility, I would have automatically blown up those boxes, and I wouldn't have had to take the time to jump up and re-hit that the 2-second box, right? So it does slow you down, and that's actually the difference between this run and my best run. Also right here, I get just hung up trying to jump over this twice, so I lose like 2 seconds right there. You kind of want to jump, you want to do that jump spin to get height, and then you want to at least just slide jump again to make that jump into 2 jumps as opposed to 4. But nonetheless, I mean, we still gonna get the platinum time with this particular run at 1 minute 33.54 seconds. It is a tight window, and this is a pretty challenging mission in my opinion. I think it's one of the hardest ones in Crash Bandicoot 2. Nothing like the challenges we saw in Crash Bandicoot 1, but nonetheless it is tough. But if you follow those methods that I showed you, I think you should be able to get it, but you'll definitely be able to get the gold. The gold adds about 30 seconds a difference between the gold and platinum in that particular mission. So I also will show you now the gems. We've got 2 gems to get in this mission. We've got the normal boxes gem as well as our death route gem. So that's 155 total boxes. I will show you how to go ahead and do them in one run for efficiency. But as always, if you're struggling to get the all boxes and the death route in the same run, you can certainly split them up. Just try to get to the death route first and get that gem, and then worry about getting all the boxes. But you do have to get the boxes in this death route, so it's easier to just go ahead and combine them, in my opinion, and it's a little bit more efficient. So let's go ahead and get moving. We've got to the elevator here. The boxes in the initial part are pretty straightforward. There's 22 boxes before that elevator, and then afterwards we're going to be making our way. So as always with the death routes, you do need to make it to the death route elevator without dying. If you don't, then it will disappear and you'll not be able to do the death route. So it's very important that we don't die on our way to the death route. Right here, we're going to drop down to our first bonus area, which is 31 boxes in this area. Some of them are TNT, so a lot of the times you can just hit the TNT and kind of keep moving on here, and the TNT will blow up the rest of them for you. So we're just going to make our way through the bonus. Make sure we go ahead and grab all these, and we'll touch base after. Alright, so there's no nitro boxes here, so you should be able to get 31 of 31 in that bonus section, which should take you up to a total of 58 of the 155 when you come out. When you come out, obviously run into that TNT. Don't take the hit there, ideally. We need to come down here and hit this exclamation mark, and then we're going to come up here and take out all these boxes right here. And generally that mask right there will be your invincibility mask, but nonetheless, take out that penguin. We're going to move our way over here, take out this one, and now we've got to our death route. Do not hit this checkpoint box yet, okay? Don't hit that checkpoint box. We're going to hit that in a minute. The first thing that we're going to do is we're going to go into the death route, and I actually had to I ended up dying, and I think I verted to a checkpoint, so I ended up keeping that mask that I'd lost, so I had an invincibility coming in. But nonetheless, go into the death route. We're going to blow up all the boxes that we can. We're going to make our way. This is nice to have this mask here. Coming up into this nitro box section makes it a lot easier because we do have to come back. So if you do have the invincibility, if you can get the invincibility mask to blow up these nitro boxes, it's really going to help you a lot coming back. Because what we have to do, we have to make our way to the end, okay? And the death route gem is going to be right there in front of you in between those 2 apples, but don't grab it yet, okay? I'd already got it on a previous run, and unfortunately I lost the recording. But what we want to do is we want to hit the exclamation mark, and now we're going to make our way back, okay? So we left the death route gem, we've not collected it, hypothetically, and now we're making our way back because that exclamation mark that we hit made a box, I believe a box or 2, appear back on the death route. So we need to make our way all the way back, and there's going to be a box right here that's spawned, okay? So you want to go ahead and hit this box now. So now we've gotten all the boxes in the death route, but now what we're going to go ahead and do is we're just going to make our way all the way back to our death route platform, hop back on the platform. It's going to take us back to the main level, and now we're going to hit that checkpoint box, okay? And now that we're going to hit this checkpoint, Now if you die again in the death route, again, no worries. If you die in the death route will still exist. So we have this checkpoint here. We've got 96 boxes, and that's because we blew up all the nitro. So if you didn't blow up all the nitro boxes, you might not have 95. So keep that in mind in this one. But now that we've got that checkpoint, now we're gonna go back into the death route, make our way all the way to the end. So we're gonna go through the end, and then you're gonna jump down at the end where the gem should be. Okay, again, I collected it on a previous run, but it's gonna be right there at the end. So let's make our way through the death route. All right, so now that we're here, again, the gem will be right here in between these apples, so you can just kind of slide, jump, whatever. If you fall down, you'll collect it, and it's going to bring you to here. And now you'll have the death route gem. You'll be good. You do not want to go forward and hit that checkpoint. At this point, you want to die. And when you jump off right here, it's going to revert us to the checkpoint right beside the death route platform, and now you'll have all your boxes, you'll have your death route gem, and now we can progress from that checkpoint. And we do need to revert back to that checkpoint in order to get all of these boxes that are here. Well, I just glitched out right there, but we need to go back in order to get all these boxes. So this is kind of one of the trickier levels to get all the boxes, and it's because of that. You have to get through the death route, you need to come backwards in the death route, and then you need to go through the death route again, and then you need to die at the checkpoint in order to come down here and get all of these boxes. So be sure we do that. The boxes in this bottom area are pretty straightforward, so let's just keep moving on here. In this area, we do need to make sure we hit all 4 exclamation marks. It's going to spawn all 4 of those boxes right there. And then make your way. Just kind of be careful over this nitro and, destroy these boxes. As we come down to this section here, we need to be very careful. There is a box behind the nitro that's got an extra life. Now, you don't actually need to come up here and hit this box. I'm just doing it for the extra life. Don't worry about that box. When you blow up the nitro box will explode that box if you missed it. So in theory, you don't need to risk going back there and getting it unless you really want the extra life. So once you drop down, we're down here. This is where it brought us at the end of the death route. Now we can safely hit the checkpoint. We can make our way through this section. This section's not, tricky. There's no boxes that are going to be like out of the path. So just follow the path here. Make sure you grab all of the boxes that you see me grabbing, and then we'll blow up the nitro at the end. And that's going to be it. Well, not the end. The nitro is actually right up here. You can see it beside this checkpoint. So we'll go ahead and talk about where you should be box-wise. So when you blow that up, you've only got a couple boxes left up here. So just take your time. Jump over this. We'll blow these boxes up. And we'll grab these boxes. Be careful. Don't let this steel one kind of land on you, because that can hurt you. Hit that box, and that's your last one. So you should be at 155 of 155, and then we'll jump across this gap here. And as always, if you've collected all the boxes, your clear gem will spawn right here for you to pick up. So go ahead and grab that. If you've done it successfully, you'll have gotten the death route gem and the boxes gem in the same run. You do kind of have to combine them though anyway. The fact that you have to go into the death route, get to the end, go backwards, finish the death route, and then revert your checkpoint, that's really the only tricky thing. So hopefully you found that helpful as always, and I hope you're enjoying the guide, and hopefully I'll see you in the next video.